One thing you have to do is give credit where credit is due. A lot of these artists are masters at sneak dissing each other, because at the time that this video came out for Tootsie Slide, nobody knew that Drake was dissing anybody, I don't think, in this video. But there's so many things in this video and little bits of stuff in the song that are directly pointed at Kendrick and at Kanye West. And it's real interesting the way these artists speak to each other through their music. But let's continue. All right, let's get started. We're gonna do, now this is gonna be more of a video review than it is gonna be just of the lyrics, because the lyrics aren't too deep or subby, or he's talking to certain people, but they're more general lyrics. The subs and the disses are more in the video, so that you know what the general song is about, and when he's talking about sliding, who he's talking about sliding on, and so on and so forth. So we're gonna go through the lyrics just a little bit, because they repeat a lot too. It's mostly just chorus and pre-chorus and bridge. So we start off just with the hook: black leather glove, no sequence, buckles on the jacket, it's elite shit. Nike crossbody got a piece in it, gotta dance, but it's really on some street-ish. I'm gonna show you how to get it. Now, he's surmising the song right in the hook. Basically, the song is about him being both very popular and being able to make pop music, but also keeping it street at the same time. Now, he's gonna keep that duality going throughout the lyrics in the song, and throughout the video, he's just referencing who he's talking to. Let's start with the video. We're gonna start with him. You know, it's showing the empty streets in Toronto, and then he puts the time 10:20 p.m. up there. Now, this is another theme throughout the song: doubling up or doubling down on something. I think he's mostly talking about doubling down on his disdain for Kanye West. He keeps referring to that. He starts both verses talking about doubling up or multiplying something, right? We'll get into those numbers at the start, but then we'll start it as he's walking through his house, because this was during COVID, of course, and he's got the mask on. He's masked up in the video. The jacket that he has on, let's just start right there. He has on what used to be Kanye West's jacket. Okay, some kind of high fashion jacket by Riot. The camo jacket, I guess, I don't know if Kanye West sold it or however Drake got it. I couldn't really find that, but that's the jacket he has on. So that's a sub right away. Now, as he's walking through the house, of course, he starts the video walking through the trophy room. His trophy room. The contention between him and Kendrick Lamar a lot is about the awards. Drake is a little, as we know from Family Matters, doesn't believe Kendrick deserves the amount of Grammys, I guess, that he has. Drake only has 5 Grammys at this point. At that time, as you can see in the video, he only has 3. And I believe by 2020, Kendrick Lamar had 16 and Kanye West has 24. So that's a big difference. And it's a point of contention for Drake and Kendrick, since their careers started around the same time. Now, as he's singing the hook and he's walking through, I guess that's his living room or whatever, he has that painting on the wall, which is Chairman Mao, who was a dictator, for lack of a better term, in China during the Cold War. Now, he's known as of course, a politician, a military strategist, and a poet. Okay, and a revolutionary. He founded what is now known as the People's Republic of China. Okay, so being a military strategist and a poet, I'm sure Drake probably has that painting somewhere else in his house, or he didn't have to walk past it for this video. Now, he also walked past Kobe Bryant's jerseys on the table there, and a Nike contract as well, next to the Nike shoebox. So very early in the video, he's letting us know who he's talking to. So far, we got the jacket, we got the painting, we got the jerseys, we got the Nike contract. And now as he goes into this little foyer area here, and I'm not gonna play the video, I'm just gonna keep showing the pictures, because YouTube is real iffy about playing other people's videos. Those two statues are the KAWS companion statues. Now, that artist did the cover art for Kanye West's 808 and Heartbreak. Okay, so clear sub at Kanye yet again. Now these subs are gonna switch as he gets through the first verse and goes into the second verse. He's gonna switch to talking about Kendrick through the video. But first, let's get into the hook and the post chorus. Now, it go right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way, we about to slide. Can't let this one slide. Now, the can't let this one slide, I think, is talking about the Pusha T battle. It could be talking about something else. I don't know if Kanye did something or if Kendrick did something behind the scenes in business that he can't let slide. This is what he's talking about, because this is 2020. Now, Kendrick was dissing him quite a bit on the Black Panther soundtrack on a couple of tracks. I'm gonna go over those in later videos. So he could be referring to either one of those things. Now, the balance in the dance is him talking about balancing, again, the pop side of his career and the more aggressive side of his career as far as competition, right? So either way, we're gonna slide, right? So I'm gonna be successful on the pop side, but I'm also going to defend myself or attack whatever way he looks at it, as far as all of the beefs that he just ends up in for some reason, right? He's gonna continue to talk about that throughout the verse. Now we get to the post chorus. Don't you wanna dance with me? I could dance like Michael Jackson. I could give you thug passion. It's a thriller in the trap. Where we from? Now, again, don't you want to dance with me? Of course, when he's talking about dance is a double, because he's talking about dance and then he's talking about battling at the same time. Now, he's saying I could dance like Michael Jackson. Of course, he always compares himself to Michael Jackson. I can give you thug passion. That is a direct Tupac reference. So we know exactly who he's referring to there and who he's talking about as far as dancing with him, right? It's a thriller in the trap. Where we from? So Thriller, of course, is Michael Jackson's most successful song. So it's success in the trap. Where we from? That's where we get our money from. We get our money from our success off the music. Now, also the piano that he walks past now as he's doing the post chorus. It is a Takashi Murakami design on the piano. Now that's not the type of piano it is, but that's the design. Those are the flowers and the skulls and stuff on the piano. Now, that is the guy who designed Kanye West's album art for Graduation. So again, the first half of the video is little subs and nods to Kanye West. Now, maybe, you know, you could take it two ways. You could take it as he was showing how he's influenced by Kanye West, or he's stunting on Kanye West saying, I got the same design as you have. You're not as rich and above me like you think you are. I take it as the second one, because Drake is kind of petty. Let's just be honest. That's the way he is. Now, when he gets into the verse, 2,000 shorties want to tie the knot. And then he has 200 shooters on my brother's block, right? So again, that's the duality. That's the success versus the war, right? Or versus being ready for battle at all times. Pedal off the roads like I love or not. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't stop, won't stop, right? So I think that's him talking about his up and down friendship with Kanye West, right? Because all the Kanye paraphernalia is in his house, right? Then he goes on to clarify, got so many ops, I be mistaken ops for other ops. Got so many people that I love, got out of trouble spots, okay? Now, whether he's talking about, that goes both ways. He's talking about the people that he's helped in his real life, and he's talking about people who couldn't finish their albums that he went and helped and wrote for. Again, talking about Kanye West. Other than the family I got, it's either you or me. That's how I think it's either you or me. So now he's talking about, of course, the top spot in the game. The way he's viewing it is there can only be one of us, so we're gonna have to slide, right? Then he says, this life got too deep for you, baby. 2 or 3 of us is gonna creep where you stand. So he keeps jumping in between whether he's talking about a relationship, but then he keeps going to this battle, this confrontation that he has to have, right? So this part, again, the first verse, to me is about Kanye West because he's showing all the Kanye West subs in the video as well as he raps the verse. So then it breaks to the second part of the video. Now it starts right off as he's going through the pre-chorus. He's in his some kind of other little den or whatever. And the photos on the wall are direct shots of Kendrick Lamar, period, point blank. You have the photos on the wall. You have Tupac. You have Snoop Dogg. You have Prince. Prince was the first one, of course. And then you have Diddy in the corner. I don't know what that's about, but the things that are happening with Diddy the same year that's happening with the battle. All my people who are conspiracy theorists and deep divers, you can have a ball with that. But then the Nothing Was the Same album covers in the background. Now, Nothing Was the Same is the first album where Drake and Kendrick kind of started, because that's the album that he released after the Control verse was released, and he was dissing Kendrick on that album. So now, but as he goes into the verse, Toosie slide, then I hit it double time, then I hit a spin cause we spun the block a couple times. Now he's doing the double thing. Now remember, the time on the clock at the beginning was 10:20 p.m. when he was in the street. Okay, 2,000 girls, then 200 shooters. Now at the time, Drake had at least sold double what Kendrick had sold as far as albums are concerned. Now that could be what he's referring to with the double time and the 10 times the amount in the first verse. Who knows exactly what that means? I'm sure Kendrick probably knows. 22, I don't know what he means by that. 22 is a master number, maybe that's what he's referring to. I couldn't really figure out exactly what he's trying to say as far as the numbers is concerned, but he starts the verse that way, both verses that way on purpose for some reason. Then he says, then I hit the spin because we spun they block a couple times. If it's not the right time, there will always be another time. I'm not even tripping, we'll just see him in the summertime. Now, of course, he's referring to, the summertime is when everybody releases their best records. Everybody was waiting on Kendrick to release. Of course, we know he didn't release for another 2 years, although he did respond on Family Ties the next year with Baby King. Now we go through the rest of the verse. Can't describe the pressure I be putting on myself. I just really can't afford to lose nobody else. If they moving shaky, we gonna do the ish ourselves. Now, of course, Kendrick with the shaky bars in Euphoria, I think is a direct nod to this line in this song. Okay. Now, and then he says again, if I'm moving shaky, Chubbs will do the ish himself. And then in the video, he's dancing and there's nobody behind him. And then as he moves away, Chubbs is behind him, walking in the dark. Okay, so this real ominous little nods and shots. Again, the street stuff. And Kendrick in Euphoria, when he says, I like Drake with the melodies, I don't like Drake when he act tough. This is the kind of thing he's referring to. So as he continues the verse, then he goes, solo ninjas on the YOLO for real. Heard a lot about you, but we don't know for real. Next time, guarantee the truth will get revealed. Now that we've heard the battle, we know exactly what all that is about, right? So this is 2020, okay? This is 4 years before they actually get into it. So when Kendrick says in 616 in LA, you can't Toosie slide your way up out of this one. This is what he's talking about. One thing you have to do is give credit where credit is due. A lot of these artists are masters at sneak dissing each other, because at the time that this video came out for Toosie Slide, nobody knew that Drake was dissing anybody, I don't think, in this video. But there's so many things in this video and little bits of stuff in the song that are directly pointed at Kendrick and at Kanye West. And it's real interesting the way these artists speak to each other through their music. Now, the shoes that he has on changes. Now, at first he's wearing the black version of his Nike shoes. And then he changed to the, I can't see those white shoes that he has on, but then he starts dancing in the front of his house, and there's fireworks, of course, shooting from his house. So he's letting you know, to me, I still take that as it's wartime. You know, if you go back to the Chairman Mao artwork that he had on the wall by Andrew Warhol, that's what this song is about. This song is kind of a declaration of a battle. Let me not say war. That's doing too much. But that's what this song is about. That's what the sliding is about. So basically the whole song is a double entendre, right? You know, you can see the right foot up, left foot slide, the right and the left being Kendrick on one side and Kanye on the other. And these are the two people he has to get out of his way to be seen as the best. Now we know how this has turned out so far, but this is 2020 when he's making this song. So it makes sense then. Doesn't make as much sense now, of course. Now we know how that went. Now, of course, I was going to do Family Ties and this together. It's entirely too long. I don't want to be making 1 hour videos on individual records and verses. Now, when I do albums, of course, those are going to be very long. They are very long up to this point. But I want to add on the IG post that Drake has been dropping recently, because the symbolism in this video and the way it's calculated to send a message is the way Drake does things on IG at times as well. And let's go through his post now. I'm dropping this video on June 13th. So 4 days ago when he's at Adonis's soccer game. Now, the caption reads, "Goats don't worry about One Trick Ponies." Okay, One Trick Pony is a movie. I got this from Twitter, I believe. One Trick Pony is a movie starring Paul Simon. I believe it was written by Paul Simon as well, about a musician trying to get his career or keep his career going while he's going through a divorce and being estranged from his wife. So of course that's a shot at Kendrick's situation, or his alleged situation that Drake alleged with his wife Whitney throughout the battle. Also, people were clowning the outfit Drake has on. Now, the outfit outside of the sweater he has tied around his neck is the and it's when you break the picture down, it's funny because the outfit mimics what Kendrick had on the album cover of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Now, the white sweater around the neck can be taken a couple different ways. As we know, Drake refers to Kendrick having a problem with maybe wanting to appeal to whiteness, and so the sweater around the neck could kind of be a shot at that. That's kind of a reach for me, but yeah, that's what he's subbing in that one. Now, he dropped a post yesterday where he's at his ranch, I believe it's somewhere in Texas, and Wickham is the caption, right? So he's showing that he's chilling on his ranch. Wickham, I don't know what Wickham means exactly. I take it as light somebody up, light them up, light it up, who knows? But that's what I take Wickham as. So like I said, I don't think he's done. He's gonna keep throwing these little shots and subs and getting his stature back amongst the culture, okay? It's gonna keep happening, but we know this guy is very subliminal and cerebral. So, you know, the saga continues. But anyway, man, that's it. That's all we have. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Stop for a second. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. Share the video. Trying to grow. Trying to get at least to 10,000 subs. Please help me do that by hitting that subscribe button. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching Professor X Beats Bar Breakdown. Drake, Toosie, Slide, and we are out.